that was kind of interesting of how they talked about the winter weather. It says, Dear Real Estate 411, I've been hearing about winter weather's decreasing value. Is this true? So that kind of brought up this whole Frozenomics. I kind of like that word. I don't know if it's a real word. I'm sure my husband's going to start Googling it to make sure I'm correct, but I'm going to go with it at this point, Frozenomics.
I don't need Google for that.
Okay.
But that's okay.
So obviously weather does affect the real estate industry, but taking a hard look at the national numbers across California, which last time I checked, they aren't getting anything unless you're in the mountains that is constituted as white. Their sales actually closed in a fall at 21.4%, and now kind of trending 10%. So taking a look at the real estate market here in Michigan or even in the Midwest, weather does not always play into it. Where really what plays into it is that consumer confidence of believing that the house is going to be worth more money, that they feel that they can sell their home at an increased value and then take advantage of the actual purchasing power of the other homes that are out there on the marketplace. So, to answer that question, no, weather doesn't affect things. Now, obviously, if we're getting, a torrential, the skies open up and an Alberta clipper comes in and drops 2 feet of snow, yeah, people don't tend to go out and look at houses, but that's kind of isolating a market to 2 or 3 days. The overall market here, obviously in Southeast Michigan, has been very plentiful. Yes, we have listing inventory that is down, but as listings come on the market, it's kind of hard to even track it. I know, Andre, you and I were talking about this, is that there's a lot of listings hitting the marketplace, but they're selling so quickly that they really aren't budging that scale.
That's true. I mean, I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. In the wintertime, buyers and sellers take each other more seriously because, let's be honest, who wants to go out when it's cold and snowing to go look at a house unless you're serious about buying? I've had great success in winter times. I often joke that maybe I'll take the summers off and just work in the winter.
Hey.
Because it's just one of those things that I tell people, the market really doesn't cool off for me in my eyes because there's always listings that we get, and we have buyers that are always looking, and we have great success putting the two together.
Well, it only takes one.
It only takes one.
So if you have 5 or 50 people going through your house, or you have 5 solid, qualified, committed people, you only need one of them.
Right.
And this is kind of the caveat of that scenario regarding the weather and how it affects the real estate industry or not. When you have a seller that's ready to sell and he's motivated or she's motivated, and then something happens where the weather dumps the cold on us and creates the freezing temperatures, that seller may have a problem all of a sudden. We've been receiving a lot of phone calls this winter for broken pipes and issues with these things. So what that actually can do is motivate the seller to get that repaired quickly and get that house sold, because maybe he's had some issues with some things with that particular property, because all homes are unique and they have idiosyncrasies about them like human beings do. So that can actually motivate a seller to get it done quicker, or possibly stagnate the process because now they were ready to sell or had it on the market. And now they're looking at issues they have to repair, so they have to come up with the funds to do that. So it could have altered that scenario and put them in a situation when they had to remove their home from the market. So it doesn't affect it in that way. But as far as the confidence of knowing if your home is worthy to sell or not, that's based on the knowledge that you're going to receive from your broker or your agent.